So I feel like we're getting close here because my mouth is starting to hurt. Like this tooth here, when I was playing rugby, I was rucking and some dumb forward put his fat fucking ugly knee in my face and knocked my tooth out. Half my tooth out. It's like a battle scar, but like, I'm an undercover pretty boy, so I'm quite self-conscious about it. I'm gonna have to get new teeth. I'm not into like fake breasts or anything like that or plastic surgery, but like, I suppose I'm kind of like a worn out like elephant who's got like battle scars. But like, I suppose if I get like if I get like a, what's it called? Like a cap or something. Yeah, it's called a cap. I suppose I could get let off the hook for that because it wasn't my fault. It was the dumb forward. He just put his fat knee on me because they don't know that they're pretty backline boys at the bottom of the rack. Even though we're hard as nails, you know, we got to protect this. And, you know, these ugly bastards just... So I'm self-conscious about that. And actually, what I'm also really self-conscious about is that I have so many fillings. Like, I don't even want to show you because it's like so embarrassing. Like, I have like the front of my teeth is like fine. Like, it's great. When I smile, like no one can see. Like, because I don't know why. I just always protected that, or maybe I brush it the whole time. But for some reason, the fronts of my teeth were fine. But when I was really young, I used to go to bed every night and eat a whole packet of Whispers, and like I had like a Coke, like 2 liters of Coke next to my bed when I was sleeping. And like my dad always used to say, like, you gotta brush your teeth before you go to bed. And I was always like, fuck, I'm sleeping, I'm too lazy, I can't do it. So I suppose when I'm the richest person in the world that's ever existed, I'm gonna get new porcelain teeth, but like I'm not into that, so I'm gonna have to study the shamanism way of, I'll leave the battle scars, but I'm gonna have to study the shamanism way of how to re-nourish your wounds, especially in my mouth, my teeth. So Capricorn is very in touch with the sun and the planet Mars. And Taurus is very in touch with the planet Venus and the moon. Shine bright like a diamond. Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. So you left the South African flag there. So its location. And then behind all your affiliations, you left a yellow star. Stars aren't yellow, stars are white. So why is this star yellow? Are you transitioning into a star or into a megastar, which is the sun? So you're trying to become a megastar like the sun. So Jesus Christ is referred to as the morning star. Jesus is called the morning star. He's also referred to as the Son of Man. And then in terms of stories, a person who's like Jesus, I'm like Jesus, an INFJ, basically. We are like little Jesuses walking around for some reason. But we also referred to as prodigal sons, prodigal children. So we have many talents. But like the prodigal son, we go out and squander it, and for some reason we're never able to bring it home. So basically, I'm also like Icarus. I fly too close to the sun and then I perish. So basically what this means is it's kind of like a loop. So early on in my life, like I had everything. Like even though like deep down I knew I was a fuck up in some way, but like I was really good at stuff. I was quite prodigious. And then I went on a heavy decline and lost everything. So like I went out into the wilderness and squandered my family's wealth. Okay, so Pinocchio is about truth. So I do tell the truth because I'm like Jon Snow, but I'm also like Pinocchio because people don't understand truth and then they say it's a lie. So when Pinocchio is actually telling the fairy what he's saying, he's actually telling the truth, but the fairy doesn't know it's the truth because they don't understand Pinocchio, because Pinocchio is from the world and the fairies are from the sun and the moon. But the fairy is kind of like Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. So she's from Neverland and she flies and she's got like a white, it's luminescent like the moon. So, you know, I feel like I've been pretty productive of late. You know, I've been going to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I've been up all night. So when I was at Bree Street the one time, because after you rejected me when the potato thing was when I was visualizing yellow, but it came across as the sun. I remember the night before I was speaking to my friend visualizing yellow, and I was speaking like a really tropical surfer. It was like Uptown Funk. And then when I tried to speak to you, the yellow didn't come out as yellow, it came out as sunlight, and that's why there was nothing in my mind, and I just froze. And that, thank you very much for saying, oh, I thought you were somebody else. That was like really harsh. And then I said, when am I going to see you again? And you were like, what does he keep talking? What is he talking? Anyway, luckily I never give up. Okay, so so another time, also if you had to think about why some days I wasn't at the office, it was literally because I was freaking out so much I couldn't actually bear to even be around people, and the thought of you seeing me breaking down was just like too embarrassing. Even like when I was working upstairs and I couldn't work and I was freaking out, so I often I lay down on the floor and was sleeping during office hours, and I was too scared to even go to my car and go home, so I just stayed there. That's why I always wear shades and look serious, because like when I talk, I'm either gonna be really gentle and listening and quiet, or I'm gonna freak out and have a manic attack. So the one day I was conceptualizing, I tried this before, afterwards it didn't work, but this was the original one. I was thinking of the moon, okay, and I was thinking of sleep. So the color of sleep, it's not black, it's kind of like a grayish black. So I was thinking of the luminous black. It's kind of like the moon. I was thinking of the moon black. So it was like a hazy black of unconsciousness. So I was visualizing, it was kind of like black. I was visualizing dark. It was like dark for me. So I was walking towards the outside area, and I was visualizing dark. And then I saw your friend, the Greek girl, and she was like, wow, being an actress. And I was like, fuck, like, I hope this works. Like, and then like I started shaking, and I was walking up the ramp, and then like, and then I went towards the coffee store, and then I saw you like standing in the front of the coffee store, and you were like, yep, and everyone was around you, and you were like, like, I'm having a almond crushed health drink from, like, it's so healthy, I'm so into my health. That was the thing, because I always criticize people who are into their health. That was the criticism I had of you. Because when everyone says to me, oh, I'm going vegan, or I don't eat McDonald's, or I'm following Tim Noakes or anything, I'm like, these people are fucked in the head. Because for me, I eat McDonald's, I eat anything I fucking want to eat, whenever I want to eat it, and I don't get sick ever, and I don't age. So I'm like Keanu Reeves, he's like 50-something years old, and he's still being casted for like 25-year-olds, and people think he's immortal, and they're like, how come you don't age? So we don't age, basically. Like, we like hardly ever age. And we can eat whatever we want and like digest anything. We like crocodiles. We just eat anything. And that's why I was like, fuck, these people talking about health, like it's a load of shit. But clearly, obviously, if you don't have the same setup, then maybe it's an important thing. So I did put it as a topic of the 4 topics. I was talking about clothes, I was talking about money, I was talking about a house, I was talking about food, and then I was talking about mental health, but I did split it up into health first and then mental. So that would fall under the root chakra, but it would be placed in Twitter, so it would be topics of security. So health is a important topic. I suppose I should embrace that. Maybe if I was healthy, my teeth and mouth would be better. Okay, so I'm glad you appreciate my honesty. It seems like there's a nice amount of people watching, like 18 views, so it's like, I think the only people who would like really be watching are like those hectic smooth tigers who are trying to like really maintain their reputation, and like every day it's a battle between me and them. It's like, I'm not even battling them, I'm just trying to do good for the world, and still like I'm not getting any likes and any attention from anyone. It's like, I'm like, I suppose, you know, it's not an intention of mine, which is probably one of the reasons why I'm not getting it, but like, trusting the process, you know, the universe is guiding me. But like, I would have thought that more people would have been interested, like, in genuine like growth, or like, oh, they're so controlled by the system. But anyway, it's a huge battle between these schmuff tigers, because like I post something, I'm like not even trying to knock them down or anything, I'm just like trying to like do better for the world and stuff. But they like, and then they post something that like makes them like better than me, like they know something more than me, and it's like they're like trying to attack me for some reason. I'm just like, what the fuck? And I go through like hectic dips, and then eventually I get a good answer, and it's just like, I'm just inspiring myself, really. So they would be watching, and you know, the time is going to come when they're really going to get fucked in the ass, because all they're doing is listening to their fathers and authority, and they're just living at the bottom, like below people. Like, I don't know why these people don't just choose to be good. I mean, what is so hard about it? Anyway, okay, so let's get to the concept here. So we're talking about location. So we're obviously talking about the Earth, we're talking about the sun, and we're talking about the moon. And we're talking about location, and this affects memory. So what we are talking about now, these concepts are crazy, but sometimes they come off, is night and day. The concept of night and day. So obviously I'm a day person. I'm craving nighttime. And obviously you're a night person who's craving daytime. So memory, it wouldn't be dark, it would be nighttime. So let's try this out, see how it works. What do you think?